Originally, when we left Silver Lake Chapel, we had been talking to Foursquare. We had the desire to plant a church. Sandy Grace was the one that came to me and said, hey, what do you think about planting a church? We immediately went to Hal and Ann Covey and sat down and had coffee with them and said, what do you think? And they were excited about doing it. And we talked to a few others. And I guess basically we started with, 9 or 10 people in my daughter's living room. Originally, the calling that I felt the Lord had put on my heart, the Foursquare denomination came to Silver Lake Chapel and laid hands on me and prophesied over me. And they prophesied over me that I would be ministering to people. Some would be alcoholics, some would be drug addicts. During our stay there, it was not unusual for me to look out the window while I was preaching and see drug deals going down. During those early times, we had people come and sleep under the bushes around the church, off the street, fed them and ministered to them in the back while I was preaching. So that was really where we were going. It was just a wonderful nucleus of people.
Well, you know something I learned? That God can pick us up, dust us off, and keep us going. Because I was in a 26-and-a-half-year totally abusive relationship. And then when he got me out of that, I thought, well, I want to be a pastor. And, God opened the whole door within a year. And I learned family. I learned the forgiveness and the love of God and family. We were a family, and I see you still are. And I thank God for that. That's a biggie to me.
I've always been that way of we have to get the church outside of the walls. And all of a sudden, we were this church that cared for the community, and we can help and we can care. And then it just exploded to became the go-to people via Casino Road Ministries and Hand in Hand, and just people going out and loving each other in the community.
At that time, I was over at New Life Church just nearby, and interested in becoming a pastor or possibly planting a church when South Everett came open. We went to the church, but I got the pleasure to hang out with Joseph Phelan for, maybe a month there. We got to connect and just talk church and ministry and life. And that was a really valuable time for me to get a feel for the church and the people in the church. One of my favorite memories was after we had built a relationship in Myanmar, was taking a team over there and watching so many people from our church share either testimonies or something they had prepared from the Word, and here they're talking to a translator in the ends of the earth. And it was just an amazing moment for me to see people that had already so faithfully served in their community now taking this big leap to go share in a very foreign culture and to be very vulnerable. And then we got to see then people respond to that and to see how God moves. That's part of what I brought as a heart to the church. A lot of my season there was me growing and seeing the need and necessity for ministry right there in your community, in your neighborhood. While some people might have been learning, hey, there's something beyond our neighborhood, I was kind of learning like, wow, look at people next door, look at people all around you in the community that have need. And so I think that was a huge area. I'm still affected by that. I think that dramatically shaped how I'll view life and ministry for the rest of my life.
But really, our relationship and connection with South Everett has spanned decades. During the time that I was there, I began to ponder the idea about what it would be like if Mill Creek partnered with South Everett, that came under the umbrella that we would do ministry together. Early on, it was really clear that this was going to work. And just some of the dynamics that are unique and special with a smaller church, just relationships and the intimacy that can happen. One of my maxims of ministry is that, missions isn't something a place that we go to do, it's what we do wherever we go. And I think that really is a hallmark of South Everett through its history of pastors and the influence that they've had in the local and global community.
One of the huge things that I learned in my time at South Everett was the shepherding ways of Jesus, the patience that you have with people, learning how to walk with people through difficulty, learning how to walk through discipleship with people that are just different than myself, but then also seeing on the other side of that how God specifically created them in that way so that they could bring something that I couldn't bring, and then seeing that released.
None of us are responsible for this work independently of God. I just love that he invites us into that work with him, that it's his church. He's been doing this good work on Casino Road long before any of us arrived. He knows the names, he knows the faces of every person that we connect with and every person that we interact with. And to me, that just represents this beautiful kind of mutuality that when we go places, we don't go simply to make contributions or to glean something from it. But it's true that as we invest, the Lord is also investing in us, teaching us and instilling things in us through the process. When I think about the name Word of Grace, South Everett has been a gift of grace to each of us in our lives, not only to us that have pastored the church, but to everyone who's ever been an integral part of the body. We've each had this opportunity to step into a narrative much greater than ourselves, to see the work of God come about.
You know what to do. It's time to put your phone down and raise your attitude. The God who made the birds, sea, sun, and the moon isn't somewhere far away. He is standing in the room. So let it scream, let it shout, let him know what you're about. Keep it moving and grooving. Don't leave a single doubt that today is the day that the Lord has created. Why would I sit around just waiting? Let's have a celebration. It's time to clap our hands and stomp our feet. Let's have a celebration. If you believe that Jesus set you free, it's time to celebrate. Son and Spirit, that's who I call G-O-D. I used to be a blind man until you let me see that who the Son sets free, you said is truly free indeed. So let it scream, let it shout, let them know what you're about. Keep it moving and grooving, don't leave a single doubt that today is the day that the Lord has created. Why would I sit around just waiting? Let's have a celebration. Time to clap our hands and stomp our feet. Let's have a celebration. If you believe that Jesus set you free, it's time to celebrate. Don't sit there waiting, let's have a celebration. It's time to clap our hands and stomp our feet. Let's have a celebration.